Hi, and welcome back to HVAC Talk. Let's be real. My name's Renee. I'm one of the owners of LCS.
I'm Mark. I'm the service manager at LCS.
So we are out here by an air conditioner, and we're going to talk to you a little bit about leaks. So Mark, sometimes we'll get a customer that'll call in and they'll say, hey, come on out and top off my AC. What are they talking about?
Generally, they're talking about wanting us to add refrigerant to it, and there's more to it than just adding refrigerant, in my opinion. And
in my opinion as well.
Most technicians will not just top it off.
Because what does it mean? Like, should you have to add refrigerant to your air conditioner or heat pump every single year?
You should not. It is a sealed system, and it should not lose refrigerant at all.
Okay, so if you have to have your AC topped off, then that means you have a leak somewhere, right?
Yes.
Okay, bugs. How are you going to find a leak?
We've got several different ways that we can find leaks. Basically, we got our eyes, and we can look, and we can look through the coils and see if we see any oily residue or anything like that on it. And if we don't see that, then we have some electronic leak detection, and we have a dye that we can inject and then come back later and look for it with a black light.
Okay, so it really depends on your situation, the age of the system, how low it is on refrigerant, on what that best option is going to be, right?
And if there's been history of leakage.
Okay, so Mark, when is it going to make sense as far as the age of the system to do a leak test?
Generally less than 10 years old. I would always want to find a leak and try to repair it to get more longevity out of the system, but it just matters.
Okay, so if you had an 18-year-old system, would you recommend a leak
I
search?
would not.
Okay,
No.
so if you have an older system and you have a leak, your best option is most likely going to be replacement, especially if your system uses R22 refrigerant.
Yes.
Okay, keep in mind that R22 is not being manufactured any longer. That's as of January of this year, and that's EPA rules, not, don't shoot the messenger, right?
Not LCS rules. Not
Yeah.
LCS rules.
No, or any HVAC company. So if you do have the R410 though, under 10 years old, a leak search might be a good option for you. Now, Mark, say you find a leak inside here in the coil. Does the leak search include repairing that coil?
It does not. When we do the leak search and we find the coil, then we'll provide the option of repairing, depending on the age, of course, and replacing it. And generally, it's up to you. We're going to leave everything up to the customer.
Yeah. We're going to provide you all of your options and tell you what our recommendations would be. That's usually going to be based on warranty. Do you have a warranty on whatever part is leaking? And age of the system, right? But ultimately, it really is up to you on what you do.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you looking for, Mark, as far as just finding a leak? As far as costs go, I mean, are we looking at $100, $500, $1,000? As far as like average cost to find a leak?
I would have to say the average cost to do our leak search, depending on which one we find would be the best for you, it'd be an average about $200, $250. It could go, if we go with the dye, it can go up to $300, close to $400, because we have to bring your system back into operation and add refrigerant, which is also at an additional charge.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why we, when we're going and looking at R22, it is so much more expensive than R410A. And if we have to add refrigerant to find a leak and then tell you need to spend $2,000 on your air conditioner, when we could potentially get you, that's potentially close to half of what a new system would cost. It makes no sense to keep the old dinosaur going when you can get you a nice new system.
With a warranty.
With a warranty.
With a warranty, right. So just keep in mind, our biggest points here is topping off your AC or your heat pump is not normal. If you have to do that, you have a leak somewhere, and eventually you need to find the leak. Unless your system is older or for whatever reason out of warranty, it doesn't make sense to do that, then your only option is replacement, really, from there. Now, Mark, where can the leak be? Is it just out here?
Well, no, you've got your line set that connects the outdoor unit to the coil inside. There's an evaporator coil inside, or if you got a heat pump, we just call it indoor and outdoor coil because they change roles. But you've got a coil inside, you've got the line set, you've got the outdoor coil, you've got lines in here, there's lines in there. It can be in any one of those places. And sometimes when the line set enters the building, it'll go up in a wall and then go into an attic and then drop down into a space. this area right here is an area that we cannot inspect. So there's a very good possibility that we cannot find a leak in that area.
So then you're looking at, say the leak would be in the line set in a wall. If you're looking at tearing into a wall, then you've got drywall work and paint as well.
Yep.
Now, a lot of times the leak is going to be in a coil. A lot of times, or
It's either on a
sometimes,
coil or a bad braze joint.
yeah, in your line or
where
something
it's
like that.
welded together.
But it's a possibility that it could be other places, and you've got to look at all those costs together on that repair, not just the repair itself or the leak search itself.
Correct.
Okay, so we hope that gives you some great information about what to expect if you feel like you have to top off your AC or your heat pump every single year. Any questions at all? Give us a call. You know how to reach us. Otherwise, have a great day and enjoy this beautiful weather, and we will see you next time on HVAC Talk. Let's be real.